Hello there, watchy people. How is it going? Welcome along to the Rags to Riches series on Farming Simulator 22. And welcome to probably one of the first videos in ages where I don't sound bunged up anymore. Maybe I do a bit still, but certainly nowhere near as much as I was. I'm still coughing a little bit, so you have to bear with me with that, but otherwise I'm kind of okay. So, and yeah, I'll be clearing my throat a lot, so apologies for that as well. I know that can get annoying too, but just bear with me, please. So, we need to continue on with the other field, don't we? We should have a tractor somewhere. I think it's over, excuse my fast running. I think it's over in one of these fields somewhere. Is it up top there? Yeah, there it is. There it is. I see it. Meow. Beautiful. Right, let's hop in and start working. So we've got apparently I'm not fertilizing this, but I guess that's fine. Right, unfold this. So I am now recording this. I'm recording this on the Thursday. Oh, is that switched on? Apparently not. On last Thursday, basically. You're watching this Sunday. I'm recording this Thursday. I've just finished the big job that I've been really anxious about for ages, or you know, that's one of the big things that I've been anxious about. When I say finished, I finished filming. We're doing an advert for a school, so I've been in a school for 3 days. Oh, excuse me. Wow, I even burped then. I do apologise for that. Yeah, been in me and my production partner, who I film stuff with. We've been in a school for 3 days, filming students and teachers and everything under the sun, doing interviews as well, to make a promotional video for their sixth form. So that will be good. We finished photography, principal photography as they call it in the movies. We finished all the cinematography and all that kind of stuff, all the filming. So that's the high energy bit done. Like 3 days of really long days, non-stop, moving from place to place, filming stuff, setting up lighting gear and everything. It was really superb actually. We hired a second lens. I've got an awesome new camera which I'm sure I talked about extensively when I bought it. But yeah, it's about a $4,000 camera, Sony FX3 Cinema line, which they used to film The Creator on, which I will never stop mentioning to make it sound like it's way better than it is. And yeah, got a mic, you know, really high-end mic and everything now. Well, fairly high-end mic, let's say. Got a really cool lens. It was like $1.50. Should have been $2. We rented the next lens above. So my lens is it's a Sony G Master 2. 27mm to 70mm zoom lens with really awesome autofocus on it, although we did have to do quite a bit of manual focusing just because of the nature of the job we were doing. We rented the 70 to 200, so we had a full range with us. Meant, you know, we used the 200 for like sports and for like super close-ups on certain things. Like we did some science lessons with a kid, like working on a microscope, which was cool, so we zoomed in on that and then dissecting a flower and all that kind of bits and pieces. And we also got in touch with a guy we know who's best boy on a lot of TV dramas and stuff at the moment, and he has his own equipment, and yeah, Ben, who I shoot with, he works on TV dramas basically most of the time. That's how he makes money when I'm at home making YouTube videos and not earning any money. But yeah, whenever he's not working, we fit things in if we've got any work on, so that's cool. But yeah, he got in touch with this guy and was like, well, is there anything you can like rent us sort of reasonably cheap? And the guy was amazing and was like, no, you can have it for free if it's not through like a production studio. Like he meant like a TV studio. Technically, I'm a production studio myself. Excuse me, I was just coughing there. which made me miss a bit. Yeah, I am a production company in my own right as a sole trader, but yeah, he was like, if there's not like a big studio like renting it from me, then you know, you guys are just getting off your feet effectively. I know we've been doing it for years, but we are still getting off our feet, really. Get on our feet, even, that's the word. Off the ground, on our feet. So he let us have some stuff for free. He gave us like a big Nanlux light, which is like, basically it's like the sun. It's that bright, it's amazing. And so we took this massive light with us and a huge bounce, which is basically just a big white screen that you put up, and you can bounce the light off of that. So you shine the light into that, and then the light bounces and goes onto the subject, and it makes it a lot softer light, less harsh. And we could basically light the entire room with that, and then, you know, it just looked amazing. So we could just move about wherever we liked within that setup. And yeah, it was all very professional. I think we did a really good job, and we came off very well. I think the people we were there with were suitably impressed with us, which is awesome. And yeah, it all went very well. So now all that's left is the absolute mammoth task of wading through 3 days worth of footage to edit a video together. Like, yeah, the interviews themselves, I reckon we've shot probably about 3 hours worth of interviews. I don't know, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but a lot of interviews, and I'm trying to get a 5-minute video out of it. So there's like, yeah, 99% of what we've shot is going to be not used, or at least not used in this video. It may potentially be used, you know, they might ask us to do future videos on specific subjects or something that then might be worth reusing some of that, but yeah, that's the reality of what it takes to make a 5-minute video. You know, 3 days shooting, 2 days of B-roll, 1 day of interviews, and that'll get us a 5-minute video to make the sixth form look awesome and get all of the leavers from other secondary schools wanting to go there. That's the plan, at least. We will see how well it turns out. So I am still anxious, because obviously that's a big job and that's coming, but at least it's a big job that's sat at my desk at home, where I can feel somewhat safe and not frightened of how much energy I'm having to expel. Yeah, one of the days was like 15 hours long, because we arrived at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, shot all day until 4:30, 5 o'clock, drove home, and then transferred all the footage onto the computer and reviewed everything, went through loads of it, and figured out what we needed to do for the next day, and that took several hours to do. So it was an amazingly long hard day, that one, but it was all good. We did it, and I made it through at least that part of the job, so I'm pretty happy now. So now, yeah, I've got most of 2 months to edit it, but I am away for some of that. Got to be done by September, because they start going into schools and showing it in assemblies and things then, and that kind of thing. But yeah, next anxiety thing is the scuba diving trip, which is coming up in about a week and a half. In fact, it'll be a week from when this video goes out. Yeah, we'll be going on a week tomorrow, a week Monday. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. Although that I am anxious about that. It's one of those things where, you know, it makes me feel sick and stuff thinking about everything that, like, it's not the diving per se so much as, well, my fitness for the diving. I'm not scared of being in the water, or of anything else being in there with us, those kinds of fears that a lot of people have, because I've done it before. I'm open water certified, so I know vaguely what I'm doing, even though I've not done it for a long time, so I've forgotten a bit. But yeah, Warren and my mate Tim, who are coming, they're doing the basic course, so I will be accompanying them on that. Although I won't be taking the course, I'll be with them, so I can basically do it as well and use it as a refresher, which will be cool. Okay, so I just had a phone call, and I have now completely lost track of of what I was talking about. So we will just assume that I'd finished saying whatever I was saying, and move on. Sorry about that, guys. I've totally lost track. Oh, you'll notice that this week we have game audio as well. I'm hoping that time in my life where I make about 8 videos with no sound in a row is now over. I was very ill and I was conscious. Sorry, cough break there. I was conscious that I just again my brain has just gone completely blank. I was mid-sentence. Yeah, I was very ill, and yes, I was conscious that I was busy the first few days of this week, so I wanted to get stuff done to cover this last week, so that there was no content missing. So I forced myself to make a lot of videos while I was quite unwell. So I do apologise for missing the sound on those, but at least you got some Hey Guy Lofi to listen to. But yeah, this one has sound at least. So yeah, fingers crossed. My brain is now sufficiently okay to do that, although I can't even remember what I was talking about 5 minutes ago, so maybe that's not a thing at all. We had a lot of information, actually. I probably need to skip some of the day, do I? Do we have any stuff over here? No, we don't have anything here. Do we have any wool to move or anything? Not this end of the day. I think we already did it in the last episode. Yeah, this is all good. So we'll check. We'll check the animals are well fed. They are well fed. The ducks are, yeah, running out. I say running out. They use, I think, about 1,000 litres a month, maybe a little more than that. So we've actually got a year's worth there. So I don't really need to worry. Like I am gonna do a field for them and store it in the silo. But yeah, we're fine for that. So that's not really an issue. Next month, this grass is gonna need cutting again. I don't know about the grass in the other field. Did I do it all at the same time? Yes, I did. Okay, so yeah, we've got some grass. That's all fine. I'm still like I'm still waiting for the day when I don't have to cut this grass. Like I want to do something, and I don't know how it works in terms of making this stop growing, because I want this to just be the area that I like build on and move my vehicles around and stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, that would be the ideal anyway. So we need to pass some time, and then we'll see what there is to do. I also needed to mention the comments from last time round. William had a go at doing the maths that I asked about for the mayo factory. He had a valiant effort, and he came to a figure that I think was somewhere around £4,000, roughly, to produce 1,000 litres of mayo. And then we can sell that. That's the wrong screen. We can sell for 1,000 litres of mayo, if I can find it, mayonnaise. Yeah, that's the stand. That's if we sell it directly, and that's at Sell Everything. Now, yeah, that's basically, you know, what is it? 12 times what we're doing. So we make 1,200% profit. That's crazy. Is that about right? It's, you know, rough figures. Oh, and by the way, also, Luke, I think, spent a lot more time. So massive thank you to Luke the Joker. I did a stream with him recently. If you look back in my either the Farm Sim playlist or the live stream playlist, yeah, the last Somerset Farm stream, Luke came and joined in with, and it was awesome. We had a great time. It was such a good day because I was so anxious, and so I invited people to come and keep me company to put my anxiety at bay, distract me from what was coming up, this job. And yeah, Luke jumped in, Warren jumped in as well, and I think Jimmy jumped in too. I think that's all of us. It got a bit hectic at times with 4 of us, I've got to say. As a group streaming thing, I actually like 3 people. 4 I think is a little much, but I will still do it because it's so fun to have everyone around. But yeah, Luke was amazing, and so you never know, he might start appearing in some more things. It'd be good. Yeah, I enjoyed his company very much, but he spent loads of time doing maths, or I assume he did anyway, unless he's very good at maths and did it in like 2 minutes. He did loads of maths and came out with a similar figure as well. It's about 3,000 to 5,000, depending on whether you include, which raw materials you start with, whether it's canola oil or right from the start. And he didn't include production costs, which I assume is the monthly maintenance fee of the factory. Is that what you're referring to, Luke? I think it probably was. But that's low anyway, so it's not really worth considering. So yeah, we basically come out of the figure of somewhere between £3,000 and £5,000 to produce it, to produce 1,000 litres, and then we can sell it for 22. I don't like the idea of just setting it to sell and not carting it anywhere. Yeah, I don't like that. I like the having to move stuff about. Even though I use auto load, I still like to have to drive it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is right now I'm going to go into construction, and I am going to spin around this way, and I'm going to delete the little Mayo tent for 736. I'm assuming we bought it for like 1,500, but that's okay. I'm going to not mind that loss, because yeah, we're going to make so much money out of the Mayo that it's unreal anyway. So we're not getting the 1,200% profit. We are instead going to go with what is it, 400%, 200%, 4,000. We sell it for 20,000. So that's, yeah, 4 times, isn't it? So 400% profit. Because yeah, I think production is going to be quite slow, actually, if I'm honest. I don't think it's going to produce it super quick. So I'm fairly confident that by doing that, we're not going to get insanely rich. We may even find that we end up with a surplus of the ingredients, and we can either store them to continue to make mayo through the year, or we can just sell them as raw materials and make a little less profit on those. That might be a good way to go. But now we will fast forward through the day. I pressed 9. And hopefully earn some good daily income. Or at least off. Yeah, we spent a bit of money there. Let's go a bit further in time, shall we? Go on, a bit more. There we go, 6:30 seems decent for a start for a farmer. Let's leave it on 3 times. And yes, we will now be wanting to plant. Why did I not put fertilizer in that? I don't know why. Have I got a spreader here? Yes, I do have a spreader, so I may have to buy some fertilizer. Oh, I know why. It's because I chopped the straw, didn't I? Yeah, the straw has been chopped, so that already put down 1 layer of fertilization. So we're all good. We basically don't need... If we keep doing that, we basically don't need to fertilize anymore. So, having put that cedar away, I kind of still need it, don't I? Didn't think that one through. Oh well. I thought we might do something else in between. Oh look, that one's ready to harvest as well. Should we do the harvesting first? I think that probably makes more sense, doesn't it? Worry about the crop you've got, not about the crop you haven't got yet. So we're going to jump into this harvester. And go through here if we can. How are we doing? 78 grand, so we can't afford a new harvester just yet, but that's not the end of the world. By the way, oh, I just turned it off by accident. Man, I really am sorry about my voice going funny all the time. Why am I putting my pipe out? I don't need to do that. Yeah, I can't help it. My asthma combined with having a cough that is just lingering. It's just not fun. So yeah, you will have to forgive me. Yes, by the way, as I was saying, Mortimer has been catching up on my farm sim videos. Mortimer is a long time viewer, like back from Minecraft. He watched me from when I was doing Minecraft, which he must be probably the only one. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're a viewer who watched my Minecraft stuff back in the day. But yeah, I don't know if he went away for a bit or not. He stopped commenting, so I'm assuming he stopped watching for a bit. But he watched certain things, and yeah, he let me know. He messaged me in Discord, I think, or it might have been on a comment on a previous farm sim video. He's like 3 months behind on this, and so he's catching up now. He's watching through the playlist and he's commented on the videos, and he's saying, "Hey, you can do things like this and this and this." And I'm like, "Well, dude, I've got like 40 more videos that you're gonna have to watch before you see your advice come into play, because." Obviously, he commented on things that are old, which I super encourage. If any of you guys watch old stuff, please do feel free to comment on it. It's still cool to hear. So yeah, he was like, maybe you don't, if you're worried about doing too many time lapses, he reckoned to stick to 1000%. I might go a bit faster than that from time to time, but yeah, 1000% is good. I've been keeping them to a minute because I'm worried about people getting bored and stuff, but. Maybe it is an empty fear, as he says it is. He's like, don't worry about doing longer time lapses. Just do them. And as an alternative, if I don't want to, just try and think of things to talk about while I'm doing the field. So yeah, obviously you saw earlier in this episode, I talked for ages about this job I was on. I was going to do that anyway, but I just happened to do it whilst doing field work, because I guess it makes sense to do that, because then I don't have to think about what I'm doing so much whilst talking, so I won't get distracted as much. But yeah, and now here I am talking about his comments instead of going into a hyperlapse. Although, having said that, I am going to go into a hyperlapse because yeah, I think my ability to speak non-stop is not on a scapegoat level. Let's be honest. That dude can just waffle, and it blows my mind. And he's funny as well. Like, I wish I was as funny as him. So yes, I will go into hyperlapse now, and we will get this field done. It's actually going to be quite a big job, this field, because it's a big field. But I'm sure it won't take too long. We'll do a hyperlapse, and I'll see you guys on the other side. I'd give that a go. We hired a worker. I mean, I needed to do it anyway because I wanted to empty the trailer. So I did that and let the worker carry on. And then I thought, you know what? I think it might have been Skyfire. Apologies if I've incorrectly attributed this, but ages and ages ago in an old episode, I remember somebody suggested hiring an AI worker and then shooting some of it from the sky. And I never did it. Back then, the farm was so small that I needed to do the work myself pretty much in order to grow. Hiring workers, excuse me, wasn't a big thing. Or you know, it wasn't really. Didn't feel like it was something that was in the interest of the farm. Whereas now I'm big enough that actually I can afford to pay him and not really worry about it too much. But yeah, it's quite fun, isn't it? Just watching that. I don't know. You're not moving. The camera's not moving, so just watching the harvester go back and forth a bit. I'm not sure. Let's turn my HUD back on again and flight state off. There we go. I'm back on the ground. I want to put my view back to normal as well. Set POV 70. There we are. That's what I normally have it at. Perfect. So we're going to leave them doing that because I did notice. I don't know how full they are. Let's have a look. Let's see. Well, let me get in with the keyboard. That's strange. 78%. Okay, they're going to need emptying fairly soon then. What I could do is try and catch them before they go along that one. Or I could just drive. I'm going to have to drive through the crop, aren't I? Because they're going to have already started. Here we go. Yeah, they're on the go. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you. We'll get them ready to run again. Yeah, terribly unrealistic driving through the crop like this, but what the hey. I never claimed to be realistic. I claim to be vaguely kind of wanting to be close to sort of maybe realistic, but not actual realistic. Right, that's slowed down now, so that's emptied their tank, I reckon. I need to get out of the way before I ruin that. And then I'll park the trailer just here. I think what I'll do is use the other tractor now. So I'll turn the engine off here and jump out. We'll leave them working on the field while because I noticed we have our first canola available. Isn't that wonderful? So this one's already hooked up to the trailer rather fortuitously. So we will use it. And oh, I turned the wrong way. Back up that way. It's always good when there's a tree in the way as well. That's always helpful when you're doing this sort of thing. Let's go there, and then Shift R. We will empty that and see if any more happens to spawn. Can take a few seconds for it to go. Oh, £129 in wage payment. No, that's it. There isn't any more spawning. Okay, so we got 4. So it can do 4 a night by the looks of it, unless it's run out. I don't know if it will have or not. Our delivery point is over here, and it means we can actually start producing our first mayo. Isn't that fantastic news? There we go. It's taken all of that, so that's good. Where are our eggs? They're over there. See how many eggs we've got going. That's mental. So let's just double check in here. Mayonnaise is probably turned off. There it is. Canola oil. Oh, that's literally. Oh no, wait. So it can take 10,000 litres of each, by the looks of it. But we'll activate that. So now we're paying £60 a month for 72 cycles a month. That doesn't seem a lot, actually. 72 cycles. So maybe it's not the OP thing that we were worried about. It is super profitable, but it's not super frequent. I think that might be the key there to this whole thing working. So I'm going to back this up here. I tell you what, actually, we could get on with the grass cutting while the AI is mowing, couldn't we? Or shall we? I think we might leave that for next episode, actually. We are probably at about the right time now. I think I did, what, 23 minutes before I did the hyperlapse, sorry, not time lapse, hyperlapse. So that would have got me to like 25 minutes. Yeah, we should be about the right time to end the episode. It's always hard when I'm making these to try and... I like to make my videos between sort of 20 and 35 minutes. I think for the most part, that's a pretty good number for people's like attention spans and stuff. I don't know why I drove this tractor through here. That's a complete waste of time. I know that there are lots of you out there that want longer videos. And from time to time, I will do longer videos, I promise. But for the most part, I think that's a good number. I mean, I looked at last week's video, and it had 30 views, I think. But the average view time was 10 minutes. So people aren't sticking around. Most people aren't sticking around. I know that there's the hardcores that watch the whole thing. And for you guys, I'm grateful. And it's for you guys I'm doing this. There's only like... I don't know, there can only be, what, 3, 4 of you? Maybe 5? I'm not sure. That actually watch these videos all the way through. And so I'm basically making these videos for 5 people. So thank you to you guys for watching, because I really do appreciate you guys. But, I mean, thank you to everyone else, because they probably watched an ad before they came in anyway. And even if they only watched a bit of it, that's something, you know? It's something. So yes, I think unfortunately shorter videos are more successful for the most part. You know, when I'm scapegoat size, when I'm like 50,000 viewers or something, that might be a different scenario. But yeah, for the time being, I think this is where we're gonna have to be. We can review it then when there are more people and therefore more people wanting longer videos. That minority may still be the same percentage, but it will be more people, so it might be more worth doing then. I don't know. Not that I'm saying it isn't worth doing for you guys. Maybe it is. But I think you understand where I'm coming from. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying it's hard to keep track of how long these videos are because they're very segmented. And yeah, I do bits and then stop and then do a hyperlapse, sorry. And then stop and then do another bit and then do another hyperlapse. So it's difficult to keep track of how long they are because you've got to also estimate how long the hyperlapse is going to last. Because I've recorded like 20 minutes of normal speed me doing farming. And then depending on how much I speed that up, depends on how long it is. So 20 minutes could be, it's going to be probably, I might do 1,000% to try and keep Mortimer happy this episode. And that'll be a 2-minute hyperlapse, so I think we're going to be over time today, but that's alright. That's alright. With the farming videos, I think they're the kind of people that watch these are more interested in a bit longer. So I don't mind going over these. I try to make them slightly over half an hour instead of slightly under. I do fail sometimes, or rather not worry about it so much sometimes, not so much failing. I need to stop saying that I fail at things when that's not actually what's happening, because you know it's another way of making myself feel bad. So I need to stop doing that. But anyway, thank you very much for your kind attention during this video. I will see you guys next time when Al over there is going to finish harvesting the field. He's done quite a lot of it actually. I managed to talk while he did a fair bit. But yes, let's stop him for now. Oh, where do I want to be? In there. Let's stop him for now. And I should probably try and get the straw spread over that bit of the field. And let's turn the engine off. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!